And as the war in Ukraine enters its 44th day, millions of refugees have fled the country. This is in search of safety.
Dan Bowen's chatted with one mayor who is going above and beyond to help those tragically affected by this war. Dan, what's going on?
Yeah, Rosanna and Bianca trying to make the best of this situation as people watch the atrocities happening over in Ukraine when those Russian forces invaded. Many people wondered how they could help those fleeing the country. Well, one mayor in New Jersey felt the same way, so he packed his bags and headed to Poland to help those refugees. And now that he's back, he's still not done helping people affected by the war.
We're seeing a lot of individuals coming across, again, mostly women and children. That bus behind us right there.
On the front lines of the Ukrainian refugee crisis,
very few adults can only imagine what the situation is that they must have faced to get over there.
Not exactly where you'd expect to find the mayor of a small town from the Jersey Shore.
We're about to go inside the refugee center and show you how it all works.
But it's where Point Pleasant Mayor Paul Kanitra decided to go after the Russian invasion. Motivated by the atrocities he saw, he made that trip from Ocean County, New Jersey to Poland to try and help.
This facility is an abandoned Tesco supercenter that obviously has been turned into the refugee center.
He posted images from his journey to social media, informing constituents what they could do for the people he met who'd lost everything and needed so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Is there something that you've taken with you that maybe you haven't talked about before, that when you think of the images of people in their desperate moments over there that you've reflected on?
So much of that is haunting, and knowing that they have to rebuild and knowing that they don't have the resources to rebuild.
Now the mayor's story, his inspiring journey, is inspiring others in his own community, including guitarist and Garden State native Bobby Bandiera.
Somebody that cares enough to do something about this and to offer what I can lend in the way of music.
So Bobby, who played rhythm guitar for Bon Jovi and was lead guitarist for Southside Johnny for 2 decades, is helping to organize a concert on the famed Jenkinson's boardwalk in Point Pleasant, with all proceeds going to Ukrainian charities.
We're going to raise the roof, my friend. We're going to do a little bit of everything for everybody, all age groups.
Bobby's too humble, by the way, Dan, just so that you know, this is going to be a huge event. It's going to be a rockin' and rollin' time.
How much are you hoping to raise, and where is that money intended to go?
We're on track for $200,000 right now, which we're pretty impressed with that number, considering that it only costs $1 or so in supplies to make a hot bowl of food for someone who's crossing the border in the middle of the night.
And again, they are on track to raise more than $200,000. That concert is this Sunday down in Point Pleasant, the Jersey Shore. Tickets are still available. Go to axs.com, AXS.com, and search Ukraine. It's expected to sell out by Sunday morning. 2 of the charities they'll be donating to include World Central Kitchen and Caritas Poland, which is one of the largest charities in Poland itself. Rosanna and Bianca.
Good to know, Dan. Thank you so much.